They don't come out of the woods, they don't stalk, and they don't chase. They just appear when you stop noticing. It could be during a water break on a trail, when you're laughing about blisters, or passing snacks around, and suddenly there is one more voice in the conversation. Nobody questions it. Nobody says, "Who's that?" Instead, the group just folds around the stranger like they'd been there all along. Your brain smooths over the edges. If anyone feels something's wrong, they brush it away as tiredness. This is called a number drift, and once it begins, you're already at risk. Hikers who vanish in national parks are often written off as accidents, slipped on shale, lost the trail, mauled by an animal. But the patterns line up differently if you look closely. One party of campers in Iron Vale Ridge started with 7 members. In their recovered GPS log, the device shows 8 moving blips after the second day. No one in the group noticed until they tried to pose for a photograph. The girl holding the camera told the others to squeeze in so all 9 of us can fit. Her friends laughed and said, "9? What are you talking about? There's 8 of us." The image on the phone shows 7 smiling faces. Her own is blurred in the reflection of the screen. She was never seen again.
The drift doesn't scream or snarl. It waits. You'll think everything is fine until the rhythm of head count slips. Groups that argue about the number don't last long. Groups that ignore it vanish even quicker. By the 3rd day of exposure, people start to forget not only who's extra, but who was ever real. Names drop out of conversation. Familiar hands feel unfamiliar. Someone you've known your whole life may stand beside you, and yet their face feels wrong. Like a sketch you can't quite finish in your memory. A logging crew in the Cascades provides the clearest testimony. According to the foreman's notes, one worker refused to enter the bunkhouse, saying there was already too many beds filled. The others laughed him off. The next evening, his cot was empty, but nobody could remember his name. They carried on with their work until one man asked a question nobody wanted to hear. "If there's 6 of us here, who's running the chainsaw outside?" The journal ends with that line.
Survivors describe a strange relief when the numbers finally settle. You feel lighter, calmer, as though the confusion has been solved. The only issue is that by then, the group is smaller than when it began. Memory smooths over the missing faces. The trail seems quieter, the campsite more spacious, until night falls and you hear someone shifting in a sleeping bag you can't place. If you ever find yourself counting heads and the math refuses to settle, don't double-check. Don't say it out loud. Don't let your brain try to solve the gap. Walk away. Get to a populated area, and above all, never share a tent with someone you can't describe. Because once you fall asleep beside the drift, you won't wake up beside anyone at all.